Hello everyone, welcome to Inconvenient Truths. I'm your host, Jennifer Zeng. In the past week, the hottest event in China is a beating incident that happened in Tangshan city near Beijing. It has drawn so much public attention and has so many unanswered questions. What does it say about Chinese society today? I promised a Twitter follower that I will do a show to talk about it. So here I am. By the way, have you watched Shen Yun or not? It is now touring Italy and Taiwan and will be in Washington, D.C. in July. If you are in those places, you still have a chance to see Shen Yun's production this year. Check the show schedule and buy tickets from shenyun.show/Jennifer-Zeng to get a discount. Now, let's get to our topic today. On June 10th, someone sent me a video of a girl being badly beaten while eating at a restaurant in Tangshan City in China. He wished for me to share the video on Twitter. I didn't share it, as although it was very bad for this girl to be beaten so badly by a few thugs, I thought it was just an ordinary social incident, not that newsworthy in terms of its significance. This kind of individual event can appear anywhere. But this incident became hotter and hotter in Chinese media as well as on social media platforms. Everybody was posting what they knew about it and expressing how angry they were that those thugs could actually beat a few young ladies just because one of them refused to be insulted by these thugs. So people soon found out that several of the thugs were all previous criminals. They had been to prison many times. One of them drove a luxury Mercedes Maybach car, and that car cost at least 1.6 million yuan or 238,000 US dollars. The number of his car plate is 777. This kind of special number also costs huge amount of money. Another thug's father is the party secretary of the political and legal community of Xinhua City in Jiangsu province. Someone also posted a video showing that the five thugs were once having a good time together with a man that looks like the police head of Tangshan City. So the public became angrier. Plus, these thugs were able to drive to Jiangsu province overnight after the event when the city was under some sort of lockdown and not everybody was free to just come and go. Because of the overwhelming public anger on the internet, all 9 suspects were arrested as soon as the next day. Some of them were arrested on the same night. What makes this incident different is usually when there's bad news about China, the CCP will try to cover it up. Blocking and deleting social media posts are routine operations. However, this time, official media such as People's Daily, CCTV, China Women's News, etc., quickly published articles or social media posts to condemn the thugs. And 40 famous movie stars such as Jack Chen and Zhang Yuqi also spoke out against the violence. And the Public Security Bureau in Tangshan City released 4 notices in less than 24 hours to notify the public almost in real time what the police were doing and how many thugs have been caught and arrested, etc. In the meantime, to show the authorities determination to protect the safety of the public, police officers or security guards were sent to open air restaurants to protect people. Let's watch a most hilarious video. The paper sign on their flags read, "If you need help, just give me a shot."
不要无故酗酒，也不要给陌生人搭讪，更不要给异性有威胁。希望大家能够谨遵遵守，不会违法行为，打打幺幺零报警。
strangers. Some kind of safety guides. So they are eating under the protection of the police like that. How funny. So, and also encouraged by positive responses from authorities and official media, more people from Tangshan city started to post videos of themselves reporting past cases that the authorities have failed to deal with. And some of the cases got resolved super fast. Also, hundreds of people started lining up outside the government building to petition and voice their grievances. Let's watch a video. And people also expressed their anger about how corrupt the local police officers are, as they found that the police building of the Public Security Bureau in Tangshan looks even better than the Crime Prudential building. You can see the building on the top is the building of the Public Security Bureau in Tangshan, and the bottom one is the Crime Prudential building. So for a whole week, everybody was kept very busy with this hot issue in China, and the heat of this matter has not faded away. But the strange thing is, nobody knows what happened to the 4 victims after they were taken to the hospital. When some journalists went to the hospital to try to find out the situation, they were not allowed to approach the hospital at all. Also, none of the victims' families has ever been interviewed to express how they feel and think and what they know about this incident. This is a screenshot of 2 girls getting beaten up in the restaurant on June the 10th. This post says that after a woman in white was beaten, she was dragged to a quiet alley, pushed to the front of the small car, and raped. After that, she was dragged inside the car and raped again. Then she was dragged out of the car and dropped to the ground, and someone inside the car drove the car and ran over her. The ambulance only arrived after that. This post also said that the person who first posted about this was arrested and detained at the number 1 detention center in Tangshan city. All his family had gone missing as well. This picture was taken in a quiet alley where the alleged gang rape happened. You can see there was still quite a lot of blood on the ground. This post says that only 1 victim who was sent to the hospital is still alive. The other 3 were all dead. 1 girl's throat was cut after she was badly beaten. 1 was crushed to death with a car, and another was dragged to the 2nd floor and raped there, and then thrown downstairs to her death. However, the CCP is covering up the news about their deaths and has even hired 3 actresses to play the roles in order to cover up their deaths. This YouTuber called Lao Deng said that the actresses were hired from Tangshan Art School, and this is a picture of that school. Also, this post said the one who is still alive has been beaten so badly that she is virtually a vegetable now. This picture shows that local residents are putting chrysanthemums in the alley where the girls were tortured to death, as local people know that the girls were dead. This post says that one of the thugs, the son of the party secretary of the political and legal committee, is not in jail actually. He has found someone to replace him. And this picture shows that on June 15th, after they arrived in Tangshan City, all passengers from other cities were required to take a designated taxi to leave the long-distance bus station, and every passenger needed to take a photo with the taxi they were going to take, so that the authorities knew exactly who is in which taxi. This is the latest official post from China News Today, that is June 17th. The post says that 320 Weibo accounts were suspended for posting fake news about the Tangshan incident. The post says, according to the Tangshan police, 2 injured women are being treated in hospital and their conditions are stable. The other 2 women's injuries were just minor and they weren't hospitalized. The Post also owns that anyone who spread fake news on the internet will be held legally responsible. So this is to say that anyone who dares to say that 3 women had been tortured to death will be punished. Well, that is basically the overall situation of this hot incident in Tangshan City. How do I look at this issue? Why haven't I talked about it until now? Well, as I said in the beginning, when I heard about this incident on the first day, I didn't share the video as I thought it was just an individual incident that can happen everywhere. On the following day, saying that this incident had become so hot, I felt something was not right. So I only posted a very short tweet in Chinese saying that in a tightly controlled country, everything can be controlled and guided, including public anger. The CCP's guidance can make your anger very cheap. On the third day, I posted another very short tweet saying that we surely should condemn the thugs, the mafia. But the CCP is the biggest mafia, and no other mafia has killed as many as the CCP. If we don't point this out, if we are hoping that the CCP can help us deal with the gangsters, if we don't dare to fight back against the CCP will just reap another round of chives. So, as far as I am concerned, this round of extremely hot public outcry was, to some extent, manufactured by the CCP to divert public attention. As I said in my last show, the Chinese society is like a high-pressure cooker now and can explode at any moment. So the CCP needs to release some of the pressure one way or the other. The CCP's failed zero-COVID policy and its economic consequences are badly consuming people now. See this photo. These are hundreds of teachers from more than 20 schools in Yantai City, Shandong Province, protesting against pay cuts on June 15th. Of course, they got cracked down by police later. And these are a few photos taken from today. in Dandong City in Liaoning Province in northeast China. So showing a bank run happening there today. Depositors were told by many different banks that they couldn't withdraw their money. Last time we said that the unemployment rate for youths aged from 16 to 24 was as high as 18% in April. Well, in May, this number jumped to 23%. Even public servants in many cities are having a pay cut too. And this post says that there was only one civil service position somewhere in China, but over 20,000 people applied for that job. Each of them needed to pay a 100 yuan application fee. So altogether, they collected over 2 million yuan in application fees. And this money is enough to pay 30 years' salary to that one lucky guy who actually got the job. You think this is a joke? Well, this official article says that since the unemployment rate among youth is as high as 23% in May, it means that over 40 million young people are jobless now. And some experts suggest setting up an unemployment tax. Those without jobs should pay the unemployment tax to force them to actively look for a job instead of lying flat at home. Another joke-like fact in China is young people, graduating university students are now paying their employers so that they can work there as an intern. Why? Because they need that job experience on their resume so that they can find a job later. So these are all real problems that the CCP wants people to forget about, or at least not to publicly talk about. So the Tangshan incident gave the CCP an opportunity to release some of the pressure in that high-pressure cooker. Another possibility is, look at this map. Tangshan City is located right between Beijing and Qinhuangdao City. If you are familiar enough with Chinese politics, you must have heard about the so-called Beidaihe meeting. Every summer, the top CCP leaders, including those who have retired, gather at their seaside resort town to discuss, bargain, and decide the most important political issues in China. And the Beidaihe is right in Qinhuangdao City. This year's Beidaihe meeting is super important for Xi Jinping as it will be the last meeting before the CCP's 20th National Congress. Whether Xi Jinping will be able to stay in power will most likely be decided here instead of at the actual 20th National Congress. So to ensure the safety of the most important Beidaihe meeting in Qinhuangdao this year, Xi Jinping might want to use this incident in Tangshan to purge a number of officials in Tangshan so that the number of officials in Tangshan that he doesn't trust. So a certain amount of public anger and pressure are the best excuse for Xi Jinping to do so. Do you have a headache yet? This is how complicated and how ugly things are in the CCP's China. While some of the general public may take advantage of this incident to have their old cases resolved, overall, everything is still controlled and manufactured by the CCP. There is such a huge disparity between the public and the CCP in terms of information and power. Sometimes it always pains my heart to see how hard it is for any ordinary Chinese citizen to seek any justice. Just like in this incident, after so many people get so involved in it, can the real truth be found and told to the public? If 3 of the 4 victims have really died, will their murderers be held responsible and pay a price they deserve to pay? Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. At this critical time, truth is so important. So please do help me spread it by sharing my channel and videos as widely as you can. Also, if you could, please consider going to my website at jenniferzengblog.com to sign up for a membership or make a donation to support my truth-telling efforts. Thank you so much. See you next week.